This is the first video of holistic homesteading, and today we're going to talk about sprouting. As you can see, this is our sprouter. It's a relatively small sprouter that we have, but it works well for our family of 4. And this one is a 3-layer sprouter. Over the next couple of videos I'm going to show you how to get sprouts going, how to keep them watered, and which sprouts belong together and which sprouts don't. This is a selection of sprouts that I have at the moment on hand. There are various ones. I have watercress, what is this one? This is mustard. We have some onions. Sorry, sometimes the English fails me. I have alfalfa, mung beans, red cabbage, and this is just basically a variety of some of the sprouts that we use on a regular basis. Some of the sprouts that you grow do get a bit slimy when they're growing, and so it is sometimes advantageous to put various sprouts together to prohibit that growth of slime, basically. Okay, so if I look, this is how the sprouter looks from the top. This is our draining bowl. We put water in here and it drains through this nozzle. It goes through to the various layers. I have other models of sprouters which I will show you in the next video, but today we're just going to show you how I use this one. Okay, so that's the top layer where I just use to fill up water. If you take it off, the first layer is onions. Onion takes relatively long to sprout. This one's been going over a week and you can see there's not really much happening yet. The other thing with onions is you should really only water them once every 2 days. It smells very strong like onion. But yeah, if you look a bit closer you can see some of them are just starting to come through. If I go down to the next layer, this is some fenugreek. This sprouts relatively quick. What I usually do is all my seeds I will leave for a maximum of 6 hours in some tepid water before I put them into the sprouter, but I'll show you exactly how I go about it later on in the video. So this is the fenugreek, and here you can see this is red cabbage, and this one's basically finished. We're going to be using this today in our salad, and then I'm going to restock this with new seeds later on today. At the bottom of the sprouter we have a catch bowl, and that's once the water has run through all of these nozzles. Once it runs through all the nozzles, it just ends up in the catch bowl, which I leave there, and I will re-water the sprouts twice a day. I generally like to make it about 12 hours in between the watering so that they can keep moist, but also have a chance to sort of dry up and not be drenched completely. Okay, well that was what the sprouter looks like. Let's get on to showing you how to set up a sprouting set. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get sprouts ready for the sprouter. These are mung beans, a family favorite, and you will know mung beans from the Chinese cuisine if you're a fan of Chinese kitchen. The mung beans are generally the sprouts that they use in their spring rolls as well as their stir fries. For me, a rule of thumb when I'm sprouting is generally to use a tablespoon of sprouts per level in the sprouter. So what I do is I take a tablespoon of the sprouts. It's really quite a heaped tablespoon. Place them into a teacup and then just fill the teacup up with some water. This teacup I will let stand for at least another 4 to 5 hours. I generally do it between watering of the sprouts, so later on when I come to water the sprouter, I will then put these into the next level, and then I will see you back then. Okay, so now it's a couple of hours later. It's approximately about 4 or 5 hours later, and now I'm going to pour my mung beans into my sprouter. So here I have my empty container which I've emptied of my cabbage, and now I just take the sprouts, the seeds, and I pour them in. I have some left over, so I just pour those also in. And I've placed it on the catch bowl, just to let this lot run through. And that's basically it. Once that's finished running through, I'll add my other sprouts back on top, and I'm ready to go again. And there we go. There we go. And now we have the sprouts ready to grow once more. See you next week. Bye!